Right, so FM24 is here. The game is absolutely superb. However, you want to make the game run a little bit better. You want it to look a little bit prettier. Now, you can do this by having logo packs, kit packs, face packs, the lot. All these videos are on my channel, but today is all about the preferences. This little section here, and just a couple of little tweaks that you can make to the game, just to make it a little bit better, pop a little bit more, and to make the game run just a little bit quicker. Alright guys, let's get into it. If any of these are useful for you, please smash a like on today's video, and let me know down in the comments which one has been useful. Alright, let's get into number one. Right, number one, and we're just going to change our manager profile picture, and basically we're just going to give him a real face. So, we're going to head into preferences, and then on the general tab, we scroll down, change profile picture, and then just find your picture that you want from your folder. Let's go Zaman. Let's go Zaman. Press confirm. Boom, and there we go. There is my new avatar. As I said, you can get pictures with transparent backgrounds. Now, if you haven't got something like Photoshop, there is something called Photopea that you can use. Also, there's a website called Background Remover. I will leave that down in the description. So if you want to have a sort of like a PNG with a transparent background like this, you can then add it into your save. All right, number two, we're kind of looking at this. Now, it's the UI, it needs an upgrade. I think it's going to get a major upgrade, hopefully for FM25. I just don't like it. There's a lot of space. There's a lot of text. That's a little bit small. A lot of blank spaces. And it just feels like there could be a little bit more on the screen in terms of not so much information, but of how it looks in the game. Now, the first thing we're going to do is get rid of this side panel here. Now, obviously, we need the side panel in terms of all these different options down this side, but we can actually get rid of the text to make this part a little bit bigger. So, into Preferences, Interface, and then right here, Side Icon, Sidebar Icons Only, give it a tick, press Confirm, and there you go. Just the icons down the side, it just opens out the page a little bit more. Now, but because we've opened the page out a little more, we've even got more room than we had to start with. Now, what I actually play on is a little bit of a zoom in the game. Now, this is a complete personal preference. Some people even play it on 85%. I play on 110%. And I wonder how many people have actually fiddled with the zoom settings in-game. So, head into your preferences. And then here in general, obviously I'm on full screen mode, 1920 by 1080. I just fiddle with these. Now, I found the 125% zoom too high, but just give the 110% a little go. And all it's going to do is just make the text, pictures, logos, everything just a little bit bigger and just to stand out, I think, more on screen. But let me know your thoughts down in the comments. And there we go. Same information, but everything just slightly a little bit better. It just makes it stand out a little bit, in particular when you've got the logos, the faces, the kits, everything just looks a little bit bigger, a little bit better. Now, importantly, this does work on custom skins, so I normally use Vince skin. That's what I've used for the past 3 years, and it does work still brilliantly on other skins. All I would suggest is go into your preferences and just change stuff, change the zoom, and see what looks better for you. Okay, now this is one of the most common ones that I get on my videos, is that I actually change the attribute colors. Now, as you can see, the lower tier is sort of like a gray, so that'll be like between sort of like 5 and under. And then you've got like a white color from maybe, 5 to 11, 6 to 11 or something like that. And then your early teens, you've got the yellow, and then the green 16 and above for your elite numbers are all green. Now, for me, it doesn't stand out as much. So what you can do is head into preferences, and there's 2 ways of changing it. You're going to type in skin in the top here, and then skin colors. Okay, so from this, you've got a couple of options. Here, this is where you can change the attribute threshold. So at the moment, it's 6 gets you the white, so like this white average number look. Yellow gets you the 11 and above, and then 16 attribute threshold for the sort of like the elite. Now, for me, I class the elite as 15, so I'm going to change that to 15. Now, I love to keep the green as sort of like the excellent attribute. And then for this one, we're going to give it a blue, press OK. And then the low, we're actually going to give it the red, just so it stands out a little bit more. So we've got sort of like 4 defined colours there. I do find the green and the yellow quite similar in terms of eye, sort of like just looking at it at a glance, and same with the average and the low. So this hopefully should make it stand out a little bit more. Now, you can obviously change the colours however you want as well, entirely up to you, but I suggest you just, once again, go and have a play. You can always reset it and put it back, but just little things just to make the game, I think, look a little bit cleaner, a little bit crisper, and a little bit clearer. And there you go. That is how it looks with your skin attribute colours changed. All right, now the next one is more for custom skins, but obviously here you do have the options of changing it just like this. So these are what's called custom panels. So a lot of skins that come up, so they give you more options to change stuff. Now, the thing that I'm finding is that if you don't have this one part in preferences unticked, that one, it will change. They will always change back to what they originally were set. Now, if you have a custom skin, sometimes you end up with a look like this, where all the panels are exactly the same, and it is really frustrating. So all you need to do is just make sure this one right here is unticked, press confirm, and you'll be good to go. And the panels that you've changed it to will hopefully stay as they are. Okay, now the last one is just to make the game go a little bit quicker, and something that I have, especially when you're maybe watching something else, maybe watching your favourite creator on his videos while you're playing, watching a stream, watching anything, YouTube, football, whatever it is. And sometimes you can get caught watching it and then realise you've not actually clicked on, and it's wasted you a little bit of time. So when your time's at a premium, what you can do is, once again, head into preferences. Okay, so down in interface, all the way down into the bottom, you've got this little bit here called processing. Now, to increase a little bit of time that you have actually in the game, just to click that one, increase duration of processing breaks for fewer stops. So obviously the breaks will last a little bit longer, but you won't have as many of them, which is cool. And then this one here is one that I like to use. Now, I normally have it on 10 seconds, but I'm just going to put it on 5 just to show you how it works in game. So basically this means that if you're distracted watching another screen, or you're not concentrated on the game, after 5 seconds, the game will automatically move on after 5 seconds and click continue. Now, this will only work when you don't have something to deal with. So like when you go on holiday, you leave it to your assistant manager. But if you have a match, you have like something to answer to in terms of important, like a transfer signing or even a squad registration, you won't miss any of those things, and it pauses. But when you have these weeks, these sort of like not dead weeks, but these weeks during the season where you're literally just bouncing from game to game, then I find it really handy. So put 5 seconds. I have it on 10 seconds, but just for the sake of this video, I'm just going to put it on 5 seconds, just show you how it clicks over and how it continues and processes after 5 seconds. And there you go. As you can see, it's clicking down, and then after 5 seconds, boom, it then continues. It continues onto the screen, look. So we're just about to play a match against West Ham. Tactical selection. Once you get to the submit team part and the last part, the most important part, it then freezes and it won't do it. So don't worry, you're not going to miss anything absolutely vital. It's just a nice way when you're a little bit distracted, doing something else. You maybe haven't got much time in the week, trying to cram in as much gameplay, as much time on FM as possible. Just having that little tweak does make a massive difference. Okay, one that I'm going to put in as a little bit of a Brucey bonus is this. I'm sick of seeing people saying they've lost their FM saves because they've not saved it. So, and it also pretty much stops saves coming there. So, now on the All tab, all you're going to do is scroll down a little bit to here. Auto saves button. Now I'm going to click use auto saves, and then it asks you this, just press yes. And then what I have is set after matches, so as soon as the game is finished, it automatically saves. I also have a 3-file rolling autosave. That basically means there's 3 files. So say the first game of the season plays, that'll be file 1. And then the second game of the season, it will save and make a file 2. Third game of the season, it'll then make a file 3. The fourth game of the season, when they'll go back to the first one and replace that one, and it constantly saves your game in 3 spots. Now, if you do have an error with one of your saves, and sometimes the files get corrupt, you then have 2 backups, and the backups then only go past maybe a couple of days or even a week. The only time where you just need to be a little bit careful, and it has happened to me in a bit when I forgot to save anything and I've gone off the game, is pre-season. That time in between sort of like June and July when you don't play any games, you make a load of signings, it won't save automatically then because you've not played a game. I suggest you click that just for a little bit of peace of mind, just in case you get a corrupt file. Okay, that is it. Hope some of these have been useful for you. Make sure you've liked it if you've got all the way through. And said, let me know down in the comments if any of these have been useful for you. Happy FMing. Take care, guys. See you later.